already see some turkey tracks in the road. Oh, it's Tuesday, the last week of turkey season for the majority of the state of Florida. Temps are cool this morning, 37 degrees. Feels great because I'm a cold weather guy, but beautiful clear blue skies. I mean, dead still. We just had a front come through yesterday, and it's gorgeous today. You can hear all the birds singing. What we're waiting for, hopefully one particular bird, turkey, to be gobbling off here in a moment. Today is very likely going to be the last hurrah, so to speak, for my Florida turkey season. I might have one other day this week I can hunt, but more than likely this is going to be it. And I mean, it's a beautiful day to do it, but I don't know. They've had a long season of being hunted hard out here. I came out here just a few days ago and had a turkey gobbling just across the property lines, and there was fresh strut marks all in the road on the public. So there's a gobbler around here. She ain't hearing them right now, but we're going to give this spot a few minutes, and then we'll maybe boogie on over somewhere else, try to find one gobbling. Because, I mean, who knows, this turkey that's over here, he could be, a mile away. Onward to new spot. I came over here to a spot that's on the edge of a field, and sure enough, there's a good bit of turkeys out there, hens, jakes, and one tom. Tom was chasing the jakes around for a while. I couldn't get it on film because of the brush, some of the tall grass out there, but I guess we're going to be spending some time sitting here and watching, because quite frankly, there's a pretty decent chance that they could work on the public, but just the way these woods on the public and the private are set up, it's real blocky, so may make it over there on the public, or it may just end up fading off into private timber. But either way, I think we might be better off if we just be real patient and watch and just see where these turkeys go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just make our way down there and just keep an eye on him, see what he does out here in this field. If he starts making his way over towards us, he's got hens right now, so I'm not even going to try calling to him. But once those hens start splitting, morning progresses, we'll see what he does. There's a good chance that he will be coming onto the public side, but there's also an equally good chance he'll just go back into the private. He hasn't lived this long out here in this field, right on the edge of public, the whole season, because of being dumb, I can tell you that. I just checked the field again. The hens left him. He's turned to 180, and he's heading towards the public block. I just belly crawled about 120 yards, trying to get where he couldn't see me. It's actually two toms out there. Alright, they're coming back. They're coming back. Just ran about 150 yards. Try to get far enough down where the sun would be at my back. They're about 70 yards from the public-private line. I found one spot that there's barbed wire between the field fence, and it looks like a perfect spot that they could just walk right through. Beautiful spot. The barbed wire is actually split open, so there's like nothing there. It's going to be one of those things that if this works and they do come through, as soon as they pop out in this fire break, it have to happen right then, because I don't have much backdrop with this pine tree that I'm on, and there's no other tree that's going to give me a good line down the fire break. They're definitely not going to come right here next to me across, because the field fence, it wouldn't make any sense for that. I don't know if there's barbed wire further down that maybe they're going to. Yep, that's what they're doing. They're going down there. We've got a big move to make now. I really did not think they were going to come all the way down here to this edge on this side and come through on the public. See, right behind me, this tree right here, that's private. It's a completely different piece of private. They just have to cut through. If they come on this side, they have to cut through this one little piece of public 50 yards wide. And they did. Whenever I realized what they were doing, and I started boogieing down here, I'm talking about, we made it at the same time. They were crossing in as I was getting a visual into this little, it's a little bottom, just a little swamp bottom, maybe 30 yards by 40 yards, if that, and just a little tiny stretch that they have to come through to get to this other piece of private that's right here behind me. If I'd have been literally 30 seconds, just 30 seconds sooner, I could have shot one of them when they came across. I'm talking about, I showed up to where I could see in here just the time they were going under that barbed wire fence coming in. You know, there was nothing I could do at that point. I tried to make a loop around, but it obviously was of to no avail. Well, folks, we made it back out 2 days later, back here in the same spot where we got on those two toms at. Hopefully they're roosting out here again, somewhere's on the edge of this public-private, and hopefully going to be coming down in this field and doing what they do, and we'll be catching them later in the morning when they're crossing through that little sliver of public going to the private. That's the plan. It's just starting to break legal light. You can hear the whippoorwills still carrying on, but all songbirds starting to wake up. They're over here and they're gobbling this morning, which it's a beautiful day to do it. They ought to be sounding off here before long. There he is. And there's a nest raider right there at the bottom. One that evaded my traps. We're just going to sit there and watch him. I mean, it's going to be a couple hours at least until he leaves that field. But he's going to leave the field. And as long as nothing bumps him, nobody spooks him up, Lord willing, he's going to be doing exactly what he did 2 days ago. And they're going to come across that one little sliver of public to get to that other piece of private. And when they do that, I'm going to be down there waiting on them. But right now, we're going to finish our coffee and we'll just watch them. We'll watch them with the binos and just see what they do. Let them make their rounds because they're going to be out there a couple of hours as long as nobody does anything to bump them up. And there's a really good chance he's going to come down there and do exactly what they did 2 days ago. And I can tell you, now that I know what it's like down there and that they're crossing right there, you can bet you before they get within 150 yards of that one little sliver of public there, I'm going to be sat down waiting. The biggest key for this type of hunting right now is just patience. That's the biggest thing, is patience. Because you're able to watch them, you know they're going to exit out of this private more than likely. But it's just which side of public are they going to access? Because he could just go right back into the private section and I'm out of luck. But more than likely he's going to cross over here on this public. We just got to be ready for him. This is definitely not the type of hunting of, hard hammering, calling, and trying to get them fired up and come to you, just because of the way everything's set up out here. And last week of the season, just patience, 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 patience. Using the wall of cows as cover walking down here. Two days ago, they crossed right here. there's a spot that is literally probably 5 foot by 3 foot where a private connects to the next private. The smallest little spot. And that's where they cross the fence at. Instead of going in this wide open spot, I say wide open, where the fence is barbed wire from field fence, where they came 2 days ago. They just crossed over right in that one little sliver. I'm talking about the smallest daggum spot. If you were somebody who didn't respect these birds and respect the laws that protect them while we hunt them, you could have killed them, because you was 25 yards behind me, about a foot over on the private side, just standing there. And you heard me yelp to them, and they didn't even really care to acknowledge it. And they put their head up, and then they went back down to feeding. And I can about guarantee you they're going to stay on that private the rest of the day, more than likely. Man. I thought we had them. I thought we were about to make it happen just then. I still don't see how they chose that little tiny section to cross. Now that's some good eating right there now.